More men are coming for therapy than men. In fact, they make the first advances.
You have seen where the issue is stemming from.
Exactly.
And you've identified and you've said, I'd rather now talk to the women and tell them, kujeni pole pole, come a bit slower, because your men are saying something.
Women, let us change our attitude.
Yes.
You married that unique man. You married that unique person. You married that strong man whom you cannot actually judge from the economic point of view.
Yes.
Judge that man from the mental point of view.
Yes.
Look at the fortitude, the mental toughness of your man. Look at other aspects in that man.
Yes.
He may not be having those Prados and Pajeros, but he has something that other men do not have.
Yeah.
So women, please,
Yes.
I'm talking to you as a psychologist, having dealt with very many cases. Please let us respect our men. Let us not compare our men with other men.
The component of still esteeming your husband,
Exactly,
to ensure that he remains the head of the family is very key.
when we come to comparison, it has crippled many marriages.
Yeah.
Why? Because I want to be like the other person. In fact, we have a saying that says we can never be the same. Don't die inside.
Help.
Ask for help.
Yeah.
Don't die inside. In fact, very many.
Yes.
In fact, the greatest number of clients I have, men, if I may count.
I like
Because
that.
they are opening up,
Yes.
they have been compared, they feel useless.
Yes.
And they need help.
I've interacted with men who also expressed the need to want a family to work. And they've actually said, Lily, I want my family to work.
Yes.
I want my situation at home to be better. I'm not trying to be the other generation that just says, wacha ikae, let me step out and go find another family.
Yes.
They are more and more willing to make it work. But the environment has not been enabling. And I love the fact that you're saying that now men are actually seeking therapy.
Exactly.
Which is a positive aspect
Very positive.
in society. Well, welcome everybody back to another episode of Conversations with Lily. I'm happy to be hosting this wonderful lady, a counselor I have known for several years, Elizabeth. Karibu sana.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourself.
Good morning, viewers. I'm Elizabeth Wageshi, a counseling psychologist. I also do therapist, that is personal therapy, a trainer, and specialized in marriage and family therapy. I have been practicing since 2017, and I'm happy to be here this morning with you, Lillian.
Yes.
And I hope we shall have a very constructive conversation with you today to help these people.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to have you. And I've interacted with you on several occasions.
Yes.
And I have gotten to understand the kind of value system that you have. And what drew me close to you, in fact, is a mention that someone did and said, you're a very good counselor. And for that reason, I said, this is a resource that I need to have on this show so that we can, my show is about healing as a community, talking about the things that generally affect us as a society and how we revolve around them. And so for that reason, you're specialized in marriage and family therapy. And the heart of a family begins with the marriage itself. And that's why I want us to have the conversation today. And my question to you this morning, what is your take on marriage in Kenya today?
Thank you, Lillian, for that very important question. My take for marriage is it is a very important institution. This is because it's where two people who want to live together in intimacy, in commitment, in cooperation, in responsibility, come together and decide to live together as two. So that they can bring forth other people on board and life has to continue. Because we say procreation is crucial and we need a continuity in life because generation has to go.
Yeah.
So marriage is a very, very important institution, and therefore we need to take care of it to ensure that families are stable, families are working, structures are set so that we can have family functioning well. So in essence,
Yeah.
marriage is very crucial, and actually as counselors, we put a lot of effort to ensure that we give the right ingredients, the right support to ensure that couples do what they are required to do to continue living together.
I like
Yes.
that. And because marriage is the foundation of the family, it also definitely brings the structure that now translates even to the children. And I'm very passionate about this because I feel the family itself as a unit is what molds the society. Once the family breaks, the children are disintegrated, the family is broken. Therefore, facilitating or actually helping marriages survive is crucial because once they survive, then they're able to, mold the family setting. Children grow up in a loving family, and everybody benefits.
Yes.
And which now brings me to the question that I know it's like we are attacking the subject, and let's go down to it. How does the financial aspect? Because I know this is a major thing. There are statistics that have said most marriages actually break, not because of infidelity, which is another topic we shall handle, but they break because of the financial complications, the financial intricacies, the conversation about finances. What's your take on that?
Okay, thank you too. I can say financial component in a marriage is very crucial, though initially it's not the most important.
Okay.
But when people meet together, they need to set goals and articulate them accordingly, geared towards how they are going to manage their finances. Because if they do not talk about that issue immediately they enter marriage, it becomes a real issue.
Yeah.
This is because we have a lot of financial mismanagement. People are not able to manage their finances. Maybe they could be working in different sectors. They are getting a different amount of money in income. They are not the same. And therefore, they need to set themselves and say, this is how we are going to manage our finances, in the sense that they can set a budget. They can agree and say, you'll be doing this and I'll be doing this.
Yeah.
Therefore, it is fundamental they set boundaries on how finances are going to be managed. And particularly when it comes to the male figure, we know traditionally, maybe the male were the providers.
Yeah.
But in actual sense, in this generation, we have both working. So the structures have really changed.
Yes.
And therefore, the financial issue has to be addressed very candidly to ensure that there are no crises.
Yes.
There is no money that belongs to me. As a wife, money is not mine. It is for the two of us. Maybe before I got married, I used to manage my money alone and nobody else.
Yes.
But once you get married, the management is for the two of you. And therefore, I feel the management of finances should be the first thing to be done when people marry, although they include other aspects.
Yes. I truly appreciate what you're saying.
Yes.
When I reflect on it, you do offer premarital counseling, because some of these things are the things that need to be discussed even before the two are joined in marriage. And you said the society right now has shifted.
Yes.
The perceptions we had, the traditional way the marriage was probably a decade ago or 2 decades ago is not the same right now. Fans or women actually proving to be sometimes even breadwinners in families. The dynamics around that, give us a scenario where families have found themselves in a situation that they need to address the financial conflict.
Okay. Actually, as you have said, the financial conflicts have become the major hurdle in the society today. This is because women have been educated, men are also educated.
Yes.
And at some point, you find men women are higher than men.
Yes.
And in that particular situation, it brings a discrepancy. And if they do not look at it critically, things may not work very well. For example, let's assume the man is a businessman and it's not doing very well. And I'm working in the corporate industry and I'm getting a lot of money. I even go outside the country, I get this bulk of money. And this man is just struggling there. If we do not strike a balance as a couple, we are going to find a very dysfunctional family, and it may never work at all. So therefore, structures have to be well set. Yes, I married you as a business man. I am a working person. I get a lot of money as compared to yours. And therefore, this is what we are going to do. And we agree on that. If that one is not agreed, there is likely to be a lot of competition. There is likely to be a lot of sidelining. There is not likely to be a lot of oppression. There is likely to be a lot of things happening in that family, even undermining the man as the male figure in that family. And when such a setup is actually saturating the family may not work. Why? Because even children are going to undermine their father.
Yes.
Yes. They are going to undermine their father, and they say, my mom works in a very high area. My dad is he is dirty. He has overall. You can see, children, the way they look at people, they feel that when I'm clean, it's when I'm good. When I'm dirty, it's when I'm bad, according to their perception.
So their perception changes in the home.
Exactly. The perception, the way they saw their father at the beginning, it keeps changing. And who changes that perception? It's the person who is earning a lot of money.
It's the wife.
It's the wife. At this point, we are talking about the woman being higher than a man. And we know actually man is the provider. And if he does not provide as accorded, we still have those structures existing. They have not gone. If that one is not done and moderated very well, the family may not work. And that's why you are finding many families are breaking. Many families. In fact, I happened to handle a case whereby the wife was higher than the husband. And when they came for therapy, actually, they were almost fighting in that room. Why? Because the woman feels, I'm doing more than you are doing. I'm working more than you are working. You are saying that because you don't know the stress I am going through to make things to happen. And here the man comes now and the esteem goes. What will happen to that man? He leaves the family to look for a woman of his own caliber, because this one is too high for her. But for him, but if something was done and they agree together, we have married. We may not be equal in terms of finances, in terms of everything. But how can we balance? We still need to work together. That one we can balance by open communication. Open communication is very key. When we have an open communication, we are true to ourselves. We have authentic thoughts, authentic emotions, authentic everything. We are very authentic. We are ourselves. We came together. We knew each other as this and the other. And I feel this one should not be an issue to us. It has been an issue in other families. But for us, we have said psychologically we are set. We are, like now, I can give an example. One time, I really got married. And the mother-in-law told the lady, I hope you know you have married a driver. I hope you know you have married a driver. And when you are a driver, there are inconsistencies. Because sometimes they don't get work. At another point, there is a challenge. These people may come late at night. You are forced to wake up to even warm the food or stay there so that they can get that food. I hope you know the kind of a person you have married. So I think people have to be very, very careful.
Be authentic.
They be very authentic. I've married a mechanic. And this is my mechanic. This is how the money is earned. It's not about the work I do. It's about the person I love. That's what I can say. For marriages to work. And another point maybe I can add, respect. respect.
Oh, that is really key. The respect that the men require.
Very good.
It doesn't matter how much you earn.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter what the man earns. As long as there's the respect in that home.
Exactly.
We've seen situations where couples have earned different amounts.
Yes.
The lady earns more than the man. We've even seen, like even in the political space,
yes,
these are MPs or politicians who are female but are married to men.
Yes.
Men sometimes who are not out there or are not earning as much. But the component of respect,
yes,
the component of still esteeming your husband,
exactly,
to ensure that he remains the head of the family is very key. Something else I want you to point out, because I know when you talk about finances, it intertwines the aspect of comparison. Because what marriages go through in the sense of finances is there's a lady here, the husband earns X amount of money, they begin to look at another friend or another marriage setup and see what that husband is doing for the other wife. And they begin to compare themselves in that. Please mention something about that, because I've had it in the
thank you very much. When we come to comparison, it has crippled many marriages.
Yeah.
Why? Because I want to be like the other person. In fact, we have a saying that says we can never be the same. Even as brothers and sisters, you can never be the same. In fact, yesterday, I had a case I was dealing with just yesterday. And it was on a family issue. And this family issue, comparison was the real key. Because the one who has a lot of money wants to domineer the others. So when these other ones who are low compares themselves with the other person, they get fear. In fact, they have a lot of fear. And I told them, I think what you are missing here, you are comparing yourself with the other one who is higher than you are, and you cannot reach there. And I actually encouraged them, use what you have. You have your brains. You may not have that money, but you have the brains.
What is this resource?
Exactly. What is these resources that you have? And actually the man in the house was very happy because it was a lady. They were a brother and a sister. He was very happy. And he told me, I feel I should use the resources I have. I may not have that man, because when I compare myself with this one, I may never do anything. And actually, they have been stagnating. They have just been timing on one issue. Why? Because they have not been able to change their strategies. And I told them, change your strategy from now. You may not use the other strategy of money, but use your own strategy, which you are strong at. So comparison is a key ingredient in families. Even I tackled another case in another family whereby the wife was comparing the husband with another. And in such a case, the other family had a vehicle. This family did not have a vehicle. So you can imagine the struggle the man was going through to be able to fit in the other family. It was so bad. So I think women in particular, let me talk to the women now. Let me talk to the women now. Women, let us change our attitude. You married that unique man. You married that unique person. You married that strong man whom you cannot actually judge from the economic point of view. Judge that man from the mental point of view. Look at the fortitude, the mental toughness of your man. Look at other aspects in that man. He may not be having those Prados and Pajeros, but he has something that other men do not have. So women, please, I'm talking to you as a psychologist. Having dealt with very many cases, please let us respect our men. Let us not compare our men with other men. Let me say something really. When women compare men with other men who are better than they are financially, men's self-esteem goes down. And that's why we are finding many men are going to drug and substance abuse. In fact, men have gotten lost there. Why? Why are they getting lost? It's because they have not been valued. They have been compared.
And there's no validation.
There is no, I like that. There is no validation. There is no value. So your esteem goes down. And once a man ego goes down, he can do anything. And women are encouraging multiple partners. So women, please, I'm talking to you. let's stop that vice.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's a vice.
And I like that because, you know, it may seem like it looks like we are blaming the women, but you're a counselor. You're a therapist.
Yes.
You've been in these situations countless times.
Yes.
You have seen. You have seen where the issue is stemming from.
Exactly.
And you've identified and you've said, I'd rather now talk to the women and tell them, kujeni pole pole, come a bit slower, because your men are saying something that you need to listen.
They are speaking volumes.
Yeah,
they are speaking volumes.
And
yes.
those who do not speak, they shut down.
Exactly.
I've had situations and
Let me shock you before you continue. Imagine, you will even be shocked. More men are coming for therapy more than women.
Oh, I like that.
I am, that one I want to mention. More men, according to my statistics, as a professional, more men are coming for therapy than men. And in fact, they make the first advances. And I've been telling myself, what is this that is going on? Meaning, men have been downtrodden. They have been stepped on. They are pained. They are ailing. They are sick. They are looking for solutions. And they come ask, what can I do differently? Can I leave this marriage? What am I supposed to do? And they are suffering. Let me say, men out there are suffering. And men, ask for help. Ask, don't die inside. Ask for help. Don't die in silence. In fact, very many. In fact, the greatest number of clients I have, men, if I may count.
I like
because they are opening up, they have been compared, they feel useless. And they need help.
I've interacted with men who've also expressed the need to want a family to work. And they've actually said, Lily, I want my family to work. I want my situation at home to be better. I'm not trying to be the other generation that just says, wacha ikae, let me step out and you know, go find another family. They are more and more willing to make it work. But the environment has not been enabling. And I love the fact that you're saying that now men are actually seeking therapy.
Exactly.
Which is a positive aspect
Very positive.
Society. They're coming out and they're telling you, you're saying that the ones making the first advancement.
Very correct.
They are calling you as a therapist and saying, there's a problem. Kuna shida nyumbani. I want us to come and see. Which is a very big statement.
It's a very important thing.
Yeah. And speak to the men as well. You're saying they need to come to therapy. But there are those ones who, when the financial situations present themselves, they resign. It's like they resign to fate. They do not try. They no longer care. They become a stooge, for lack of a better word. Because they have been downtrodden, they have reduced themselves, their ego has been crushed, they have nowhere else to go. They don't want to leave the house. What do? Wanakuwa tu.
They just resign to fate.
Yes,
in fact, they develop something I call existential neurosis. They feel that the existence in this world is never tasted anymore. I am hopeless. And in fact, most men, they have acquired also this syndrome. Learned help, hopelessness,
and helplessness.
The one you have been talking, they resign. And I can tell these men, wake up. Use the resources you have. You must not be what people are saying you should be. Be yourself. We normally say it's good to be yourself. Let that authenticity. And at the same time, when you are getting married, be clear to yourselves. This is the man you married. And at some point, things may not go well, and we still live together. I think this is something that has not been addressed. People are not addressing these shortcomings. You enter marriage with a lot of force, with a lot of I love that word. A lot of expectation. So you are like you're living in utopia. You are like this broiler child living in the air, and it is like things will be automatic. No life can be smooth. So I tell these men, even if things do not go well, at some point in life, that is we call it graph goes. Sometimes it is up, sometimes it is down. Sometimes it is up, things might never be the same. In fact, I like this word. Things might never be linear.
Exactly. It can't.
It is not a must you have linear life.
No, it
linear
cannot
life
be.
is for people who are exaggerating life.
Yes.
They have ups and down.
Yeah.
So expect the ups and down. The linear may not.
Yes.
At some point.
Yes.
So men, I'm also talking to you men. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep pressing.
Yes.
Keep on moving on.
Yes.
It is never too late. Show these women that you are still there. And don't try to prove yourself beyond your means. I think even men are also failing.
Yes.
I say something. Because they put facades. They put masks. I can do everything. You cannot do everything in this life.
Yeah.
In fact, you cannot meet every demand in life.
Yes.
And don't show these women that you can do everything. Show them you are also a human being. You can also fail.
Yes.
You can also get aggressive. You can also have ups and downs. So don't put those masks, men. That's why you are suffering.
Yeah.
Show those women that things may not, and when things go bad at workplace, be candid. Come and explain. Yeah, we are not doing well these days.
Yes.
And the lifestyle might change.
Yes.
Inform the family on time.
Yes.
You are the head.
Yes.
And inform them.
I like that.
Yeah, inform them. Inform them and tell them for maybe from today, things might change a bit.
Yes.
Because where I was working, things have been changed a bit.
You know, I like the aspect you're talking about.
Yes.
When the man begins to understand his role. When you're providing leadership to the home, your leadership is very candid.
Exactly.
You're saying that when things are not right, you can be able to stand and just say, vitu zimebadilika. Sasa, leadership, I want us to adjust.
Exactly.
And we sit down and talk about how we're going to adjust this together. And the woman, there might be resistance, but they'll see leadership in the man. And they'll realize, oh, this is the man I need to follow.
Exactly.
This is the man I wanted to be behind. But when there's no leadership, vitu zimeenda vibaya kwa kazi, challenges are there at home or in the workplace, and all you do is keep quiet. Your wives are not angels.
Yeah.
They cannot decipher what is happening in your life if you do not talk.
Exactly.
You know?
I like that. In fact, I have a case scenario like another man.
Yeah.
He could not pay house rent.
Okay.
And he was really quiet.
Yeah.
He was not married. So I told him, it's okay to inform your parents that you are suffering.
Yes.
And actually, when he did that, the stressors were reduced.
Oh, yes.
So men should be taught to talk. Because when they talk, the problem is how solved. And they should know they were also created as successors and failures. They can also fail, they can also succeed.
Yes.
And they should not keep quiet when things are going wrong. I think also, Lillian, I want to mention this. The attitude men also have has to change. When we talk of attitude, attitude is a mental ability.
Yes.
It is something you have in your mind.
Yeah.
So men have been having a very high attitude about themselves.
Yeah.
They feel they can be anything.
Yes.
They feel they are supposed to conquer the world.
Yes.
And this has really impacted on them very negatively. Let me say something.
Tell us.
Men do not take marriage as a punishment. That's the attitude.
Yeah.
If you hear many men speaking, they are saying this marriage, it is so demanding, people need a lot, there is a lot of expectation. None of that attitude. And actually it is running across almost all men because they think marriage is a punishment. I feel this attitude has to change.
The attitude about
marriage. It is not a punishment. In fact, you enjoy marriage. It's a matter of just telling yourself, mine is going to work. And I normally say in marriage, Lillian, manage the manageable. And solve the solvable.
Manage the manageable.
Manage the manageable and solve the solvable. And you cannot solve all the issues in marriage. And another thing I may add on marriage. Marriage is about two imperfect people who are not ready to give up on each other and who wants to create the best. Make a little heaven down here with your marriage. Make your marriage almost perfect. It can never be perfect, but make it perfect.
For you.
It's
what is your definition of perfection?
Exactly, the two of you. And another thing, people are not working their marriage.
Yeah.
They are working our marriage.
Yes. Wow.
They are not working theirs, many of us. It's about your marriage.
Yes.
It's not about their marriage, not other people.
Yeah.
It's all about you. So work on your marriage.
Yeah.
Leave other people.
Yes.
Let them work on their marriage. So that attitude has to totally change if these men are to survive in this marriage. And don't look for a Mrs. Perfect.
Yes.
A new lady, don't look for a Mr. Perfect. We all have free riches. We fail in one way or the other.
I like that.
Yes.
And we're going for a break.
Yes.
I would like to appreciate the Look Hotel. They have been such an amazing sponsor and partner for this show, Conversations with Lilly. We're going to take a very short break with Elizabeth, and we're going to come back. You can hear the kind of information, the kind of resource, the kind of advice she's giving. You know what? My husband will love this episode.
Okay.
Because he's very sensitive about the men and the boy child and what impacts them in the society.
Okay.
So even for him to give me the go ahead, he told me, really, speak on the men.
Exactly.
The men are suffering.
Exactly.
When we come back, we're going to have that conversation.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Now, we're back from our break. And there's something, as we were having a cup of tea, we were talking about the fact that you had mentioned it before, and I want us to, just emphasize a little more on it. Ulisema, and we've been talking about how the men, the attitude towards marriage in the society right now has shifted a lot. There's this idea of mtu akioleka, huyu amefungwa, huyu ameenda. So in fact, there's that attitude that marriage is a bad thing, or it's something that umefungwa, it's cuffed you. You will not be at your best. And in fact, right now, even with the youth, wanasema marriage is a scam.
It's true.
And I feel like that attitude is what is even, unfortunately, making people who are already in marriage or desiring marriage to get in the institution with a bad attitude. Tell us something about that.
Okay, true to your words.
Yes.
An attitude has been saturated by almost everyone.
Okay.
And it is speaking volumes.
Yes.
It's actually speaking volumes.
Yeah.
And I would rather say, mwacha mila ni mtumwa. Traditionally, marriage was known to be the very best.
Yes.
And actually, people who were not married were disregarded.
Yes.
But these days, it appears those who are not married, they are like spectators and laughing at the married people because it's not working.
Yes.
So what I can say, let us change our attitude.
I like
we need each other.
Yes.
We need each other. Even biblically, we are told two cannot walk together if they are not in union.
Yes.
So our attitude has to shift.
Yes.
And I want to clarify this. It's not only about men, even women.
Yes.
And they are actually spreading the epidemic. I'll call it an epidemic.
Yes.
Because it's really spreading. Even these young girls, they don't see the essence of getting married.
Yeah.
Because it's a burden. And who is doing this? The same society that is condemning infidelity, promiscuity, and what have you, is the same marriage that is condemning married couples.
Yes.
I think we should have a lot of sensitization programs whereby this thing should be made as advocacy. That our attitude has to change.
Yeah.
I like this man who came to Africa sometime. Africa was considered a very dark continent. And when he came, he was an explorer. And when he came to Africa, in fact, there was a person who came before him. He wrote very bad things about Africa. When that man came to Africa, he really plucked out all those pages and asked, why can't Africa be developed? So I want to ask this question also. Let us not be asking why. Why are marriages not working? Let's ask ourselves, Why not?
Yes.
Why?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Why?
Why not?
Yeah, but
Why?
not why. Because why, according to counseling, it's a very defeating word.
Yes.
When always you ask why,
Yeah.
you may never have an answer.
Yes.
So let's not create our own miseries.
Yes.
In fact, we are digging our own graves.
Yes.
And our words have power.
Words have power.
Words have power.
Words have power.
So what we say about our marriage will be.
Yes.
Speak well about your marriage.
Yes.
And it will work if you speak well about it.
There are things that we have spoken even before we went for a break, and I feel like it's a good summary. The attitude that we have towards marriage has to be positive. And if you talk to those ones who are married, the companionship is beautiful. Having someone you talk to, having someone to walk with you is a very beautiful thing. Why wouldn't you want to work on it? Another thing you've mentioned is the financial aspect, the agreeing of mind that we are coming together, we are doing this thing together, we have to align our finances. This is what the other aspect you mentioned, respect.
Exactly.
Now, something I want to ask, because you are in the industry, you have counseled couples before they get married, so the premarital counseling, and after they get married, the challenges that they begin to face. Tell us the few common scenarios that cause marriages to break right now in the Kenyan society.
Okay.
The conflict.
The conflicts, the major conflicts, it rotates on finances.
Okay.
Because we start this marriage on a very high note. We start this marriage on a very high standard.
Yes.
And we are not able to meet these standards. Never set very high standards for your marriage.
Yes.
Start low. Go growing. Note, these people are still very young.
Yes.
Emotionally, they have not grown. In fact, they are dealing with the intimacy versus isolation.
Yes.
So if they are not going to work on their emotions well, and they set very high standards for themselves, along the way, they will crash.
Yes.
So I would say one of the major conflicts is financial crisis. That is, there is no good financial management and financial control. Now, those are two aspects. There is management and control.
Yes.
So I have money, I'm not able to manage. I have money, I cannot control myself because I'm having an inflated lifestyle. Inflated lifestyle, I do not have the saving aspect. In fact, I saw another formula for managing finances. It was 40, 30, 2010. 40, 30, 2010. On how now the spending is 40. Then the others, you buy some necessities. Then the 20 you save. Then the 10 for Swaraibuka, anything that may come, hospitality and what have you. I think we should have a budget. Yes. When you have a budget and when you have such a statistics, you know 40 is what we are going to spend, 30 is for this, 20 is for this, 10 is for this. Marriage is going to work. So financial management is the most
the crucial
form of conflict in marriage. The second one, which is very crucial, and I think it is borrowing from the first one, is infidelity. Is infidelity. Yeah, that one is also coming in as a result of people being compared with others. When you compare me with your man, then what do?
That's it.
You find things are very bad. So that one was also bringing a lot of conflict. I can also see another very, very important and very crucial conflict called attachment. People are not emotionally connected. They are not connecting each other well. They could be seated in the same room. They could be sleeping in the same bed, but emotionally they are not connected. So they conflict because they do not have what we call sharing. I tell you one thing.
Tell us.
Marriage is not only about sex.
Okay, very true. The intimacy is not just about
intimacy is not only, and that's why many people are failing. Sex is a few minutes and you are done. But companionship.
Oh, yes.
Are you afraid to your wife?
Yes.
Are you a companion to your wife?
Yes.
Are you a shelter to your wife?
Yes.
Are you an anchor to your wife?
Yes.
Are you a force to reckon with? Can they feel good associated with you? That's where we are failing. And so many conflicts are coming because we don't have emotional connections.
Yes.
And maybe last but not the least, not setting boundaries.
Okay, I like
Boundary.
that.
Yeah, not setting boundaries. We have the nuclear family system. We have also the extended family system.
Yes.
So when we marry, we have a nuclear family system whereby we are now revolving on ourselves. Yes, we need the extended, but it should not interrupt with our nuclear family system. When we allow so many teachers in our marriage, when we allow so many opinions in our marriage, it breaks. And that's why many marriages are not even going to 5 years. By the time they have been so much influenced.
They are listening to too many voices.
I like that.
Yeah.
They are really giving ears and they take opinion. I normally say, do not take opinion of everything you hear.
Yes.
Do not. And if such young men, like 25, 27, they marry, they start getting very many teachers. I saw your wife, this wife of yours, who told, it's not about them, it's about you. Concentrate, have focus on your marriage. The moment you have a focus, your marriage is not going to get lost. One time, to add on that, there was a competition. And this competition involved frogs. Many frogs, there were 10 of them. And in fact, they were to jump over a pool to the other side. And they set themselves to jump. But inside the pool, there were so many crocodiles. And on the other side of the pool, there was a very beautiful girl who they were going to marry. And now they are told, start. Start. So the frogs started talking to each other. And they started giving each other false hopes, instilling fear to each other. But there was this one particular frog that was deaf. So as we were conversing, the deaf frog was not listening.
Because he can't hear.
He can't hear. So what happened? He summoned his willpower and jumped and successfully landed on the other side.
Wow.
He was given the beautiful God. What made that frog succeed? He did not listen to people. Let me now talk to married people.
Tell them.
Don't listen to other people so much. That frog acquired a wife. That frog got a wife because it didn't listen. Don't listen to people so much and forming an opinion of everything you hear.
Be deaf to the voices that are outside.
And we have two things. We have voices and noises. Those are noises. When you listen to the noises, they'll give you a lot of information. Confusion. But the voice is articulated. When listen to the voice, even the very listen to the voice of God. But when you listen to the noise, you never make out what this noise is talking about. So people who are married, not married, please do not listen to the noises. Get married if you have a man. Listen to the voice.
There's something you had mentioned, and I want to put a pin on it, or rather pick more on it. The fact that she has said there's this aspect of comparison that now comes in marriages, and you want your partner to almost behave like somebody else. And this is where you've now summed it up as, do not listen to the noises. Do not. Every marriage is unique. What one does with their wife and their husband, hiyo ni yao. You know, you hear situations where a couple relates very well. If they go out on holiday, or if they go out for Mugithi, or if they go, someone else will find that is not a very good thing. You get? But I believe that whatever works for a couple, know what works for you.
Exactly.
You can never replicate another.
I like that.
If your husband irons his own shirt and the other husband does not iron his own shirt, he wants you to iron his shirt, that is different. Understand what works in your home. And you know, there was a forum where women were being told, sometimes when they go for chamas, wanasikiza sana, then they want to come and implement the things that they had in their own marriage. This one says, oh, my husband, maybe he helps me doing this, doing that. He's the one who washes the clothes. Oh, he's the one. But that is your husband. that is what he likes to do. Probably
Exactly.
that is his act of love and service.
Mm.
You, your husband, does not care at all for house chores. In fact, he detests them.
Mm.
But on another aspect, he shows up as a good family man. He provides, he does A, B, C, D, he loves you. So why would you want to have the comparison? Have you encountered such?
I have encountered very many cases.
Yeah.
And that's also another form of conflict
Yes.
that is coming in marriage.
Yes.
Actually, I want to add something before maybe I come up with something.
Yeah.
Every marriage has its own strength, and every marriage has its own weaknesses.
Yes.
So I would like the married couples
Yeah.
to look at the strength of their marriage. And that one will act as a propeller of that marriage. Don't look at the weaknesses.
Yeah.
Look at what is this that is making your marriage work. I normally use also this word, work with what is working, and leave that which is not working. Because every marriage has a strength.
Yes.
It's only that we are so dim-witted and feeble-minded.
Yes.
We don't want to see those strengths.
Yes.
Let us work on the strength of the marriage.
Yeah.
Because when we do that, things are going to work.
Yeah.
In so many cases, when I do counseling, I get clients talking about that issue of comparison we are talking about.
Yes.
For example, let's say I'm married, my parents are gone, you have your both parents.
Yeah.
And you keep on talking about your parents who are alive and I don't have. We are not saying you should not talk about them. But if you compare me so much with yourself, who does not have the parents, it makes the other person feel bad.
Yes.
So let us not put pain in people by just concentrating on what is not good on their side, because it makes them feel a lot of pain. I got such an incident and it was not okay. I had to call the wife on board. The man came first, and when he gave the story, I found it was a bone of contention in that home. So when I called the wife on board and they were together, I had to make them iron out that issue. So that the wife does not dominate on that aspect. When you do this to me, I'll go back to my parents. Now that's a constant reminder that I don't have the parents. And it is right, you are telling me so that I feel bad. You have an anchor, I do not have an anchor. Let us look at those issues that are sparking conflict that can elicit the negative feelings in a person. Because when we affect negative feelings, or in fact, negative feelings in people, we are likely to break easily. So I think it is important. No marriage is perfect, but it can still work if only we are intentional. Let me use the word intentional. Let us be intentional that this marriage is going to work. And marriage is like a tree, Lillian. If you don't water the plant will wither and dry. So this marriage needs to work. You need to put water, you need to put manure, you need to put the ingredients required. And I can actually say when you're in marriage, you are like a structural engineer. There are ingredients you need to make that marriage work. Moral support, emotional support, psychological support, economic support. You need the support system. Very key. Support system is very key because we are diverse in our thoughts and in our thinking.
You know, I have realized that I need to have you here for another episode. Unfortunately, we have run out of time with this one. But what I'd like to leave the audience with is the fact that you have mentioned, and I love the word you have put, be very intentional with your marriage. Be very intentional with your spouse, with your family, and with what you desire. As we wrap this up.
And use a positive lens.
Positivity.
Positive lens. There is a lens you have to put in, a positive one. Put this, I don't know whether it is a telescope upside down. See things small. Don't always magnify this. Let us not have dramas in home because of a soft issue, a small issue, which can be solved at home. Avoid dramas. Married, avoid those dramas.
like
They
that.
can be minimized. If only we work on our mindset,
Yes.
our mentalities, and what have you. I feel attitude has to change.
Yes.
Yes.
And we'll call you again here,
Yes.
Elizabeth, for another episode, because there are so many aspects I feel we have not tackled and we need to tackle.
Yes.
But for now, we have to wrap it up with conversations with Lilly. I appreciate having you on the platform. I'd like for you to tell the viewers, you're a counselor and you're a therapist.
Yes.
They need to know where to find you.
Yes.
They need to, because you're a good resource, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
I love, and it is feedback from one of your clients that made me connect with you.
Thank you.
They told me she's a wonderful counselor.
Exactly.
Please tell people how they can reach you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Lillian, for even giving me this platform.
Yes.
I really appreciate.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Yes.
Once again, I'm Elizabeth Wageshi, a counseling psychologist, a therapist also. My number is 0717-613-878. If you want to get me, I'm in Vika on your way to Chania Boys. There is a college there for counseling where I train. You can find me there. And when you come, we shall talk more. There is everything you can want to achieve if you come to Elizabeth. Elizabeth has a wealth of experience. She can take you far if you are willing to do so. So I wish you the very best married couples, and I hope what we have shared today will be instrumental in your lives. And not only yours, it should be extended to other people who are not here.
Yes.
Because we are change agents in our society.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And please allow me to mention as we wrap up that you do diaspora clients.
Yes.
You also do teletherapy.
Yeah, exactly.
So I, for the viewers and anybody who wants to connect with Elizabeth, she is able to do both physical and online. Reach out to her. She has provided the numbers.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.